everyone, welcome to my channel. So recently I had an order to personalize these bottles and I thought, why not make a video? Okay, here is the finished look. It just looks so lovely. So first of all, the first thing we have to do is take measurements. You can't hardly do anything or any design without measurements. So the first thing we had to do was take measurements. Okay, so these bottles, actually, I love these bottles because they actually come in individual nylon, so it's easy to give them as a gift. So first of all, I measured the space of the design I need. The bottle is about 7 inches, I think, 7 inches height, and then the width I'm going to use about 2 inches. So I want my design to fill in the space, but not to fill in the complete size of the bottle, so which is about 6 inches by 2 inches. So what I did was I drew a box in my silhouette studio. I drew a 6 by 2 inches box, a 7 by 2 inches box. So in that box is when I'm going to design all my names and make sure they fit. Okay, so once I write in all my names, I did about 80 bottles, so I had to type them individually. I have a font that I love that I used for this job. That's the Magic Love font. All I did was just put in to the Magic Love font. Okay, so when I'm working, I love to work in black. It's just my preference. The Silhouette Studio usually shows in red, but I change my color to black. I just like how it looks in black compared to how it looks in red. So after I just have to just increase the size then to fit into that box. As I'd already done some bottles already, I knew the size that I needed. So I just worked with 200 size. It's the font size of 200. So that's it, and I'm sending to my Silhouette Cameo to cut. So this is the cutting. Actually, I'd already, I said I did many names. So yeah, I'd already placed in about 12 names to fit in a 12-inch size paper. So I'm just trying to cut it. So I used the TeckwrapCraft mirror chrome in rose gold. This is such a lovely adhesive vinyl. This one of TeckwrapCraft is one of the best vinyls you can have on the market, and you can get them in stores around you. My store at the vinyl shop NG sells TeckwrapCraft vinyls, and we have this mirror chrome rose gold in stock. We have mirror chrome in gold and other colors, but this mirror chrome is so amazing. The shine, and then I also love that it comes in a protective wrapping, which was what I was removing earlier, so it doesn't scratch before you use it at all. So yeah, I'm just cutting, and the cutting can take a bit of a time, about 5 to 10 minutes. So the TeckwrapCraft comes in a transparent covering that covers your vinyl. So you have to actually peel that off first of all before you cut on your machine. And it cuts and weeds very beautifully. So yeah, I'm just trying to bring out my tools that I use, my weeding tools. We also sell the weeding tool kit. This is a weeding tool kit, a full-size weeding tool kit that has all the tools that you need. If you're a vinyl craft enthusiast, or you even just have a Silhouette Cameo machine, you definitely need this weeding tool kit. Also available at the vinyl shop engine. I'll put in the descriptions, I'll put in all the tools I used and then where you can purchase them. So I'm just waiting for this to finish cutting. I think in the meantime I was trying to design the next batch I wanted to cut. I said I did about 80 bottles, so it was a continuous work. As I was cutting, I was designing the next batch and getting it ready. So we're almost done cutting. I decided to just cut them in 12 by 12 inches sheet. So I placed as many names as possible on the 12-inch sheet, and then I cut them, and then I was working like that. So I think I got about 12 to 15 names roughly, depending on how long the name are on each sheet. So it worked for me that way. So you see, it's almost done cutting. We're almost at the tail end of the cut. So the cutting process, it takes, also it's done. I think it's done cutting now. So all I have to just remove it from the machine and then weed out my design. Okay, so it's time to weed. Remember I brought out my tools earlier, This is the hook weeding tool. It's an amazing tool that you really need if you need to do vinyl at any time. So I think I had to make it easier, I decided to cut all the names individually. So that actually works. It depends. The other some I did, I actually cut them out. I weeded them all at once. But this I was trying to be extra careful. I think it was my first batch, so I weeded them out. I cut them into pieces to weed out one after the other. So weeding is it actually takes a lot of time, and then it's a bit stressful, but you just have to do it if you are working with vinyl. I think I cut off that part to just keep up for later. So I sped up that video because reading takes a lot of time. Okay, so now we want to transfer our personalized names to individual bottles. Okay, so I'm making use of my transfer tape and my scraper. So what I did was I placed the transfer tape on the vinyl cut. I transferred it to the transfer tape. I lifted it up and then transferring it to the bottle. It's actually pretty easy once you have the right tools. This is going to be done one after the other for each bottle. here is the finished product. So pretty. I so much love it. So if you like to do this, please let me know. Thank you.